Velma, if I may ask you a question, so to kucheka na tuko serious leo. If I ask you a question, what do you think is the number one enemy in a relationship? Not because you know the topic today, but what is the number one enemy in a relationship?
All the problems begins from the phone.
Sasa nimekwambia si ati unajua ni topic ya leo, but it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, definitely. Hakuna vile ninge-think outside the box because
she already knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may think of very, very many other enemies.
Trust issues. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And trust issues.
Which are amplified due to phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so technology century, whatever you may want to call it, there's phones today, there's smartphones, but in relationships, I tend to think they cause the biggest problem. Either if you check your partner's phone, or if you want to know what is in your partner's phone, but you haven't checked it. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Velma.
Why would you why would you snoop?
Why would I snoop? Oh, but then the word is snooping.
Yeah,
why would you snoop?
Because to me that's bad manners. So why would you do it?
So something about bad manners.
Sinakuuliza that why would you do it?
I snoop. Not once, twice, like in two different relationships.
What
happened? We are getting to that. But what I'm trying to say is, at the time, what I was thinking, what made me wanna snoop, is I was like, I'd rather know. You know, I'd rather not stay here guessing what is inside it. I'd rather know what is inside it. Hey, 1,000 ways to die. Achana na simu nani. Yeah, so in my experience, that's the reason why I snooped. Because I was like, I'd rather have the information. I know it's an invasion of privacy, but still at that moment, ilikuwa inanisumbua more not knowing than knowing. So I chose the lesser evil.
But I think we should also acknowledge the fact that phones are equally very important in terms of communication. Especially when you guys are apart. The beat with your parents, siblings, a phone, it's like somehow a bonding factor.
A tool of communication.
Yeah, a tool of communication. You can communicate with me anytime, any day you want. So we shouldn't rule out that factor. We still need these phones anyway. Yeah.
The phones are not the evil. It's what you do with them.
Yeah.
In your experience, have you snooped? Have you snooped?
My mother's phone.
Apana. Relationship. Boy-girl relationship. Have you ever snooped? Or felt the need to snoop?
I've felt the need, but I've never done it.
Have you ever felt the urge to snoop?
Yeah, I've felt, but I've never done it because, my friend, let's just...
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Because I know as well, if someone would snoop into my phone, probably he'd get something that he wanted to see. So.
That's the point. In my very few years on Earth, with regards or regarding phone snooping, if you go looking, you're going to find what you're looking for. You are definitely going to find what you're looking for, either because it was there or because you're imagining it's there. So, yeah. Wajua tu, ukienda on that mission, just know itakuwa mission successful. So, think about it before you go through someone's phone. And I would also say, related to that, once you start, it can be kind of hard to... It can be kind of hard to manage. It's like stalking someone on social media. Once you start, you just feel the constant need to chungulia, check. So if you can prevent yourself from starting, because kuacha is also not quite easy. You become hooked. It becomes like an addiction. You constantly want to know what the other party is doing. You know, the nitty-gritties.
Yeah.
Might be complicated.
And would you be with someone who hides their phone?
Why are you hiding it?
Or putting it upside down?
These are the things. This is why I would want to snoop. Like, why are you hiding it? What are you hiding? For me, it would be very awkward, by the way. But now that I think about it, I know why sometimes people turn their phones upside down. Maybe I'm chatting with you and, my notifications pop up. maybe tunaongelelea kitu yenye might not be related to my partner, like you and I, Velma. It might not be related to my partner, but I also don't want them to see. So there's the likelihood that I would turn over my phone. So I'm starting to see how that might also look funny to the other party.
Yeah, but me, what I usually tell myself is that if you do not trust me with your phone, then I cannot even trust me with your life. Trust you with my life. Yeah. Because why would you hide your phone from me? Yeah. I wouldn't go on, like, I wouldn't go ahead snooping or doing anything.
But why do you feel the need to hide it?
Yeah, and when you want to receive calls, you have to walk out.
Me, Apple, it strikes me very wrong. Like that issue about phone privacy. You know, time and again, I've had people say, oh, phones are very private. Oh, you know, it's the same way you didn't want your person going through your handbag. Me, first of all, I don't have an issue. Go through my handbag. Kwani nini utapata hapo ndani anyway. So, but now, like for the phone case, you're saying a phone is a private thing. But I'm like, you're trusting this person with literally everything else. But hapo kwa phone is where you draw the line. It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah? I'm not saying it's a demand that I have that has to be fulfilled for a relationship to work. Yeah, but you know, the more you take away that option from me, the more you make me question it. You know, it'd rather be an option that I have access to your phone.
But you know, again, with phones, you can easily know when someone is lying.
Elaborate?
Most of the times. One, when I've said one thing is walking out from you, like when they're receiving
when they're receiving calls.
And there's that look that someone, okay, not all, but some would put on their faces when they're receiving that weird, or when a message pops up. Like with
kuna tells.
Yeah, kuna tells still signs that this person could be lying somewhere. You see, like you can be easily, hata kama sija snoop through your phone, I can easily tell when you're lying.
You make me suspect.
Yeah, it won't take me like much longer time to know if there's something fishy. So I'll just watch and see the way you're behaving with your phone. That would tell me, like, that would at least spark something.
Those are the things that trigger people looking. People just don't want to keep snooping, but you trigger.
And another question. How would you deal with someone who is constantly calling you?
Are we in a relationship?
Yeah. But constantly.
Like, uko wapi, unafanya nini?
Or rather, maybe yes, be it in a relationship or not. Friends, and maybe your boyfriend is still your friend to some extent. A special friend, let me say. Yeah, but maybe they call you once, they don't get you, they keep on calling. Yeah, and you didn't receive let's say the first, second, and third. How would you take it?
That's very confusing because first of all, as a rule of the thumb, if you call me the first time, na ring hadi mwisho, because kuna kwanda like multiple rings, so it's rung to the end and I didn't pick. If you call almost immediately and make it like 20 missed calls, there's something wrong, bana. If I don't pick the first time, maybe I'm even in the shower or somewhere, like give me like 5 minutes, maybe I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
But sometimes hata mtu tu akapo tu na simu anaona tu it's constantly ringing. That kind of strikes me as odd.
Yeah, is it a form of insecurity or desperation?
No, when you're talking about insecurity, I would categorize that differently. This is someone who constantly calls you, constantly wants to know what you're doing, constantly wants to know where you are, who you're with.
How would you deal with such kind of a person?
I don't know, because mostly I'm always offering up that information, so I don't get. For myself, I'd find it very hard to. Okay, let's draw a line between me offering that information and you constantly asking for it. And there's a way you can ask for it in a way that I don't feel micromanaged. Like you're constantly asking, who am I spending time with? What am I doing? You need micromanagement to a certain degree. But if you're asking me maybe at you want us to meet up later and you're asking me, okay, what are you up to? How long is it gonna take? That's not an issue. You are asking with a purpose. But ile tu mtu anakuuliza constantly nikaa na kumulika. Nika, they're your mother. That's a problem. I think I'd say that's a problem for me.
Okay.
You're done.
Yeah.
I would also say on the flip side, because we talk quite a lot about the snoopers and we fail to talk about the snoopies, like those whose phones are snooped on. So, like I've said, sometimes it's a behavior in you that triggers the other person to look into your phone. Like, why are you picking calls in private, Unless you're planning a surprise for me, like, otherwise me, I don't get why you would pick it,
But
like,
it can't
in
be
private.
like constant.
Oh, Ama,
From
there's
January
a few
to
calls.
January,
Hey,
yeah.
Ati, all the time too, you're going to pick calls outside. Me, I'm gonna snoop on that phone and find out what are these phone conversations that you're having that you don't want me to know. Because, and this is the issue I have with current relationships. Like, you trust your partner with everything. Yani, even the things people trust each other with, but you can't trust your partner with the phone. That just strikes me differently. Because I've also seen pranks on YouTube where people ati mtu anaenda ati ako like ati sisi we are doing this show and now what we want you to do, anauliza, are you guys a couple? Yes. How long have you been dating? 2 years. This is my love, alafu anawambia swap phones. Most times people don't want to swap phones, and then I'm like, okay, what are you hiding? At the end of the day, for me, my ideal situation, let me have access. I'll decide what to do with that access. Yeah, like isikwe such an awkward thing where this other awkward situation. Mko in public, maybe you're taking photos with Bay's phone, and then you have to run to Bay and be like, make password.
Oh yeah.
It's so awkward. It's very awkward. So, but sasa you see, if you have someone who's responsible and you can trust them, regardless of whatever content is in your phone or not, then you shouldn't have an issue sharing such information. But again, it works differently for different people. So whatever works for you.
Yeah, and also I'd like to add on something. Like, let's say you're dating someone exclusively, like it's exclusive, right? How would you want them to save you in their phones?
Guy, okay, that's awkward.
Does it affect you the way they save you?
Like, would I want those sweet names?
Yeah.
Sijui babe, sijui sweetheart. I don't think they matter to me.
They do not matter.
It's confusing.
But there's something they do to you. Yeah.
No, me, I'd be offended. Me, again, it's a theory of relativity.
Christobel Combo.
I love my name. Save me as Christobel, please. I mean, my name is royalty. But those are the things that, for this, it's a theory of relativity. If, say for instance, my significant other, I may normalize saving people as Mr. Flani wa Flani, officially. I wouldn't take it offensively if they saved me as so, until the day they can change it to wifey. Me, that's where sasa nakwanga like, maze, when I'm wifey, you're gonna have to save me as wifey. Okay. But hizi zingine za kudate, me, I really don't care much
but
about
how
it.
Does it feel if they save you with those sweet names? How would you feel? Or
for me, it's vanity. It doesn't move me. It's more about how... It's more about how you make me feel. So the name doesn't strike me as important.
Yeah, you could save and
unaweza ni save ka babe na mimi babe 1 na kuna babe 20. I don't want. Yeah, and for me it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, how long can you go without like talking to the person you love?
Wait. How long? Not so long.
On phone that is
not so long. On phone or in person, not so long. I am it's also important to understand what kind of person you are. I thrive on communication. I thrive on
relationship. I thrive on communication.
Not all of them. Kuna people who prefer their privacy. People who ukimwongelesha every day unambag. But mkiongea twice a week, hapo ako ndani. So it works differently for different people. For myself as Christobel, not so long. Like okay, the longest I would stay is tuseme work hours. Yeah, like 8 to 5. Say, and maybe we've alerted each other there's a reason why we won't be able to talk today. That I can manage. But I don't think I can go beyond that. Yeah.
Yes, something else about phones. I think how, especially when you're talking to people, like your partner, yeah, in this case, how you start and how you end your call really matters.
True.
Okay? Siwezi kuja tu like Christabel sema to me it
Kwa
doesn't-
sweet.
Yeah.
Sema babe. Sema jaber.
the tone, even the tone that you use. Okay, you might call me Christabel, but how are you calling it? Yeah.
Tone
Tone.
when talking on phone.
Yeah.
It's also significant.
And also end the call warmly. Anyway.
Regardless of what the content of the call was. Hata kama mlikuwa mnagombana, sometimes it helps to end warmly. Warmly is different also for different people. Doesn't have to be sweet, but it can be warm. I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah. And now, as we wrap up, we've talked a lot about phones and relationships, right? What about how does phones affect, like the way we handle our phones, affect the people around us? Let's say you walk into a meeting and the first thing you're holding is your phone. And when you get to that meeting, the first thing you put on your table is your phone. What does it tell the people seated around the table?
Okay, I've never thought of it that way. I don't know. I don't know what impact it has because I'm always that person.
But it makes those people feel like the phone is more important because you're more concentrated on your phone.
Wow. I just got schooled today. I didn't know. I'm always that person because the phone gives me comfort.
Yeah,
Like I don't want to interact with people, so it gives me comfort.
Sometimes we do these things subconsciously. Imagine I'm talking to you, I'm just holding my phone. Definitely the phone is more important than the person I'm talking to. Like without my phone, nothing can move on. And I think phones have blocked us from a lot of opportunities. You know, you could be sitting to a CEO next to a CEO in a matatu. Someone who could offer you a job just by that simple hi. Or rather, if not offering you a job, someone who could come in handy maybe at some point in life. Let's say maybe a lawyer. And you have some case because you're there struggling to look for lawyers. And yet maybe 2 weeks ago, you sat next to a lawyer, but you're on your call. And maybe he even tried telling you hi, hukujibu.
Because tuna rolling macho tunaangalia kando.
Yeah. So I think as much as phones are important,
a significant part of today's society,
you should really look at how we handle them. Yeah.
Take everything with a pinch of salt, like pole pole tu. You know, everything just needs regulation.
Yeah.
I think I've learned that today. I'm always that phone person.
Don't let them overpower your social life. Like you never know. You never know. Yeah. So, do you have anything else to add on that?
No, I'm finished. I'm done.
But I think on this we'll have to do a part 2. Yeah.
Oh, there's a
lot.
Again, conversation starters. Yeah, so feel free to engage with us and share the conversation, and let's keep it going.
And probably if there's a way your phone affected you, either positively or negatively, you can let us know in the comment section. Probably you lost a job or you just lost something, an opportunity, just because you are so glued to your phone, so attached, addicted is the word to use, right? Yeah. So that's it for today, guys. And until next time,
bye.